What is going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. We can see the Bitcoin price chart is roughly at $60,000. We're going to be going through the XRP price chart, the Ethereum price chart, and the best part about this video, as we're breaking 60K, is I'm going to show you 30 plus altcoins that are well established and legitimate, breaking out and creating a new all-time high price for 2021. Looking at this cup and handle, we can see the 2021 high for the Bitcoin price chart around $64,000, $65,000. Then, creating this low, a triple bottom depending on how you count it, whether that be May, June, or July. We held this support and all these other assets are doing the same thing. Notice, Bitcoin has in fact broken through the 786 Fibonacci retracement. In my experience, this is exactly what the DAG price chart did when it went on that parabolic run. And this, of course, is something that I've been referencing for several months with my members. So with this cup and handle formation, with the DAG price chart of Constellation, from the high to the low, coiling up at the 236 Fibonacci retracement, just riding that sucker, then popping off. Once it finally broke out from the 702 and 786 Fibonacci retracement, the fun began. Notice we had a wick that actually foreshadowed what we do next at the top Fibonacci extension, a 400% plus move. It did another crash, like a 70% plus crash, shook people out, backtesting the previous all-time high, and then taking off for good, reaching a full 4.236 Fibonacci extension like clockwork. Now, I'm not saying that has to happen for Bitcoin. I am saying that there are a variety of alts that I do deep research on that are coming out of this cup, and conservatively, I am looking for them to reach these gold extensions, the 127 and the 1618. So in this video, I'm going to show you 30 plus well-established altcoins that have all created a new all-time high price compared to their previous 2021 high, also coincidentally reaching some of these golden Fibonacci extensions. Let's dive in. Okay guys, let's kick it off. I'm going to show you the magic of the Fibonacci and why it does act like a magnet for price action. We're going to go through 30 plus assets. And remember, I have not found any legitimate assets, not scam coins, not meme coins. I'm talking legitimate assets that have broken this low. So until then, I'm following the data, watching a variety of assets battle the 236, battling the 786, and Polkadot just reached that level. And then once they reach this level and break through, get ready. First up on our list is Solana, and of course this is an asset we know that has completely been running this entire bull market from the high to the low, reaching a full 4.236, candle bodies actually closing there at that level. Now yes, in the past we've seen it cool off and get another blow off the top, but it's also possible for this asset to roll over on itself. So just wanted to show you a high cap asset that has in fact created a new all-time high price, well over a 100x this year, and reached a full 4.236 Fibonacci extension in the cryptocurrency market. Next up is Algo or Algorand. From the high to the low, cup and handle. Where did we wick to? The 1618. Now, of course, we saw Solana struggle through these levels before bursting even higher, but just wanted to show you another asset that has in fact surpassed its previous 2021 high. We know DAG has done this. I believe a lot of assets that we're watching are actually around this level, whether it's the 236 or the 786 Fibonacci retracement. This did in fact wick to the full 4.236 and then later on went there before rolling over again. Remember, the crypto market, 1, 2, 3, or this could be 3, is notorious for forming 3 big cups. So we have Solana, Algo, and DAG. That's 3 assets so far. QNT is just another asset that keeps running. I'm actually using charts.cointrader.pro because TradingView deleted the chart that I like with the most price history, which was very strange to remove all of my historical data. But anyways, you guys know we've been attacking QNT since the $5 days. Just another asset that has in fact continuously been creating a new all-time high price. QNT is one of those assets I slap an ascending channel on it, watch the trend, and just wait. Here's Gala, another asset, and coincidentally, from the high to the low, has in fact reached a full 4.236. And where did it completely take off from? The 786-702 level. But keep in mind, it did take a few tries. So I can't time it, I'm just watching the data. We have Ultra UOS, another asset, high to the low, reaching at least the 127, nonetheless creating a new all-time high price. We have XDC doing the same thing, whether you use the July high, whether you use the May, or even the April high, same story. And of course, this is an ABCD count from the swing low, swing high Fibonacci. I believe there's a lot of assets that I'm watching, like Energy Web Token, that are currently around these levels, that do in fact have some upside to reach these gold extensions. And here's the Fibonacci actually drawn correctly for the XDC price chart from the high to the low, and finally making it like a game of pinball perfectly to the 1618 Fibonacci extension, creating an all-time high, right now consolidating on the 786. We have LTX, Lattice Exchange or Lattice Token, doing another one right here on the KuCoin price chart from the high back in March, breaking through, reaching the 1618, bouncing between that level, and then reaching the full 2 Fibonacci extension. We have the Kava price chart. Now this guy actually did not reach the full gold extension, measuring from the all-time swing high to the low, but guess what? Same story, it did in fact create a new all-time high price. And of course we could use the next swing high before capitulation, but nonetheless, it's just another asset in my list of 30 plus assets that has created an all-time high price. One of my favorites, H-bar, the Hedera hash graph chart, beautiful cut forming. What do you think happens next? We already did in fact hit the gold extension, and I think we can all agree that there's tremendous upside in the years ahead with this sucker. We have Fetch AI, swing high, swing low, where'd we go? We have reached the gold extension, created a new all-time high price, consolidating back on the 702. All-time high. We have the Hex price chart similar to QNT, just up, 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 a beautiful ascending channel. I'm just focused on assets where I can see a clear entry, and it's safe to say that we are just in a completely insane uptrend. So here is the July high, busted through that. We even have the May high, busted through that. On and on and on. Wow, this is cutting it close. Tezos with this cup and handle formation, looking similar to H-bar and Algorand. However, it barely created an all-time high price, but it still did in fact meet my parameters for creating an all-time high price, sitting consolidating right back on the 702. And this is Tezos. Next, we have my buddy Luna from the high to the low, breaking out and reaching almost a full 2618. So just another asset creating a new all-time high price. You guys know I was talking about Luna at 20 cents back in May and June of 2020. And I was talking to the Bearable Bull and telling him if I held my same amount of Luna, it'd be worth over $10 million today. Now, truth be told, I probably would have panic sold and took profit way before then, but it's absolutely crazy to think what kind of investments crypto can yield if you do pick that right project. Now, of course, yes, some can go to zero, some may not move for several years, but the ones that take off, absolutely unbelievable. Notice, took off from the 236, and then finally through the 786, and it was game on, reaching these gold extensions. AVAX, another beautiful one of Avalanche, high to the low. I mean, of course, we can even use this chart and it would be a much higher extension reaching the 2, but using this all-time high set in 2021, we did in fact still surpass it, reaching the 127. Beautiful. Here's Atom, the Cosmos platform, and of course, it's just another asset that has reached the gold extensions, creating an all-time high price. And let me zoom out and show you the 3 cups that I often like to explain in crypto. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna see a lot of charts do that. Next up, Alliance Block, swing high, swing low. Did we reach the gold extensions? Yes, sir. We also have Unizen ZCX creating another all-time high price, yet again, just in a continuous uptrend. We have the Cardano price chart of ADA, and we can see from the all-time high price set in 2018 to the low, we have in fact reached just shy of a 2618 extension, and we are consolidating on the 1618. And a full 4.236 Fibonacci extension would be approximately $5.40. And I just showed you a couple cryptos that have already reached those levels. Now on the micro, here's the cup and handle I'm referencing, or at least this cup shape from the high that was set back in May. We have the low, 1, 2, 3 holding, and then blasted up and created a new all-time high price. So add this guy to the list. And then zooming in, we can throw some fibs on it and see how it reacted from the high to the low and dragging it over. I mean, we could use this wick, we could use this wick, whichever. Nonetheless, all-time high, even reaching the 127. We have the asset Coti, C-O-T-I. I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy, but I've seen it around quite some time. And no matter how you measure it right here before capitulation, it still did in fact surpass its all-time high price. So it fits my parameters. Next up, we have Elrond from the high to the low. Where did we go? The 127. Perfection. This one's an easy read. This is Phantom FTM. It's been on a beautiful run lately, reaching a 2618 Fibonacci extension. Now remember guys, what does Kevin believe? Kevin believes that Algo and H-bar could be around this level. I also believe that XRP, XLM, a lot of other alts are in this level. What does that mean? I would take the measurement tool and measure the ROI, the return on investment, the potential return to see which asset could yield you the most return. Because I want my money to work for me. I don't care if it's a $100 token. I don't care if it's a 2-cent token. I only care about percent. I only care about ROI. I'm not married to any asset. I hold plenty of alts, and my trading bag is focused on this. We got Civic, CVC, from the high to the low, and where did we go? 127, voila. Let's check out our buddy Hive. You already know what I'm going to say. From the high to the low, still creating all-time high prices with 3 different wicks. Consolidating on the 702. What do we have for HNT? From the high to the low? I mean, we can use this wick, we can use this wick. Nonetheless, it still creates an all-time high price compared to its highest that was set in 2021. And of course, if you use this high and this low, you can get the 127, but nonetheless, my argument is just creating an all-time high. And friendly reminder, I've shown you a few assets that have reached all the way up to the 4.236, and even a few others that have reached the 2618. We also have IOTEX, or maybe it's pronounced IOTX. I have tons of people sending me information about this one. I've yet to dive in. I'm only one man. But notice, from the high set back in April, beautiful cup, bursted hard. And I'm going to be looking for more patterns like this, where we have this very aggressive recovery and shot all the way, creating an all-time high price, and of course candle bodies closing essentially right at the 127 Fibonacci extension. So help me find more of these guys. We have LCX partners with Quant and DAG of Constellation from the high to the low. Where did we go? The 127, beautiful. And these market caps are still relatively small, but these are well-established assets. There's still assets in the top 100 that are actually scams. And people don't care, they're just trying to make money. But I do. I'm not putting my money in any scams. I don't care if you 10x it. It's just not worth the risk for me. Unless, obviously, I'm, throwing money I don't care about. All right, we have Harmony 1. Let's see how this looks from that high set back in March. And created an all-time high price, but didn't quite reach that 127. You can play with different retracements and different swing highs and see how it looks, but nonetheless, still fits my parameters, creating an all-time high out of this cup. And obviously, if I lower it to this wick, then it looks perfect on the 127, but that doesn't matter. All right, we also have Polymath. Check it out from the high to the low, dragging it over. And what do we have? Well, we have two wicks at the 1618. Beautiful. Woo! And our last asset. Oops, I was drawing some negative fibs playing with these levels A, B, C, and then parabolic rise to a negative 4.236. You can ignore that. But nonetheless, let's go from the high that was set back in February of 2021. So the 2021 high to the low, drag over, and what do we have? Boom, the 1618. Like clockwork. So I hope this was helpful, guys. This was the 30th asset I wanted to show. And let me actually take a quick look now at Ethereum and XRP, and then we'll call it a day. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you found this helpful, you watched it on 2x playback speed, send it to friends and family that are in the crypto market to watch how this market rotates. This is something unbelievably important. I am far from perfect, but I think it's extremely helpful in my analysis, and I hope it gives you a different perspective. And we also have assets like Polkadot right at the 786. Remember what I showed in the beginning of this video when DAG did in fact burst through these levels. You can see $60, 74 bucks. And a full 4.236 would be just shy of $200 for Polkadot. And let's see how our buddy Ethereum is doing from the high set back in May and then dragging it over. Where are we? I didn't even plan this. Well, coincidentally, right at the 786. Similar to Polkadot. All eyes are on this. Remember, the 127 is approximately a $5,000 Ethereum. And I just showed you 30 plus assets that have reached an all-time high price, essentially reaching this level. And please remember, the London upgrade for Ethereum is very, very favorable for the appreciation in price. And where's our buddy XRP? Still forming this cup? We have the handle. What do you think happens next? And yes, I've been waiting forever, just like you guys. But this is why I invest in other altcoins, because when I do get profits in those alts, I'm able to buy more XRP than ever before. Then when XRP goes to $2 or $10, it's life-changing wealth right there. So from the high to the low, double bottom, sitting just above the 382. And we can see a full 4.236 would be about $6 to $7. And another thing you can do to look for additional confluences is draw a fib from the all-time high price, drag it over, see if there's any overlap. You can play with those levels. You can zoom in on the daily or 4-hour chart. You can do a swing low to the swing high and drag it over. We did in fact fulfill a 618 Fibonacci retracement. So A, B, C, retracing to the 618. Sometimes they go this low, but it looks like we fulfilled that. And now we're going to see if we can make it up to these gold extensions as well. Looking like close to $2. But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. Remember that all services that I actively use in the cryptocurrency market, all tools, all resources, and discounts are available in the video description. And until next time.